We have to be one. If we want to identify as individuals and separateness and separate experts, we will not achieve. So as a registered nurse, I enjoyed the clinical arena where I practiced in a critical care setting, and that was a pleasure that I became masterful at because I believe that people deserve your full attention and the opportunity to regain their health from the work we do. When you're in the clinical arena, when you're striving to achieve greatness, early on I recognized that couldn't be done as an individual. So myself and my colleagues did a comparative analysis of all the unions that represented professionals. And by doing that study, we decided Albert Shanker and Sandy Feldman, who at that time were icons in public unions and education, were doing just what we needed. So we presented ourselves to the UFT and we said, what you did for teachers, we want you to do for us. And the rest is history. We moved forward to the Labor Board, where we had the first elections for healthcare professionals in joining public sector unions, and we identified strongly with those achievable goals, which were better working conditions, protecting members, advocating for patients, and we've continued to develop that to today. Sandy hired me 1 year after organizing the nurses, and it wasn't a choice I wanted to make. I loved nursing. But Sandy was able, as only she could, to compel me to understand the greater worth that I would have on behalf of nurses and patients by becoming a union leader. So I followed her lead, and I got to work with her at the UFT. And I was ever so proud, as there was so much more to life than the nursing arena. I learned about communities, I learned about funding, I learned about the relevance of giving children a fair start. I learned what I did mattered, but so did education, so did all of the rights of people. And so my vision and my voice grew as I was able to emulate her values, her message, her strength.
What can you say about Ann Goldman? Ann knows that, and she gets embarrassed when I've introduced her so many places because I have all these accolades for her. Every member that Ann represents has a guardian angel at all times, and that is the beauty and the power of Ann Goldman. We should all be thankful that we have her.
As the UFT's vice president for all those members who are not in the DOE, I oversee collective bargaining, organizing, and many other functions for all the proud members in our union. Michael Mulgrew has asked me to help with the communication and the ability to be negotiators. That work is an incredible journey, which I have had the pleasure of mastering because of all the incredible role models that surround me. I think during these days, more than ever, every delegate needs to understand the value and the responsibility we have to each other. To achieve greatness is a work. It's a strategic work. We can intellectually debate, but at the end of the day, we must collectively move forward so that we can achieve those goals which are essential for society, our communities, and improving all the services we're so proud of. That's the message. That's what we must understand. It requires all our energy, and together we will be successful.